Yo, what's up, guys? We're back for another breakdown and predictions video. This week, I really like this card. It's UFC Vegas 81. It's headlined by Sadiq Yusuf and Edson Barbosa. And I feel like this is a great betting card. I think there's a lot of underdogs that have a great chance to win. I think there's some great props. I already have 12 bets on this card, so it's going to be one of my biggest betting cards of the year for the UFC. And I think we're going to, pull a heist, man. I think we're going to rob the bookies this weekend. I'm pretty confident. We've won 4 straight UFC events, so hopefully we're going to keep that streak going. And I think that this week could be one of the biggest weeks of the year for bettings for me. So if you want to cash with me, if you want to be part of the community over there on patreon.com/EmeryPredictionGuru, this is a great week to go over there and sign up because I think that it's going to be one of the best weeks of the year, and I think we're going to make some pretty good money this week. So patreon.com/EmeryPredictionGuru, that's definitely where you're going to want to be. There's other events this week too, like KSW, Cage Warriors, CFFC. So I'm going to be trying to look into those a little bit as well. But going into this video, just make sure to hit the like button. Let's put a comment down below, man. Let's try to get this video more in the algorithm. Just get over 150 likes. I would really appreciate it. Everyone put a comment down. Tell me, do you agree with my predictions? Do you disagree? Because I am going to be predicting some underdogs on this card. So interested to hear if you guys think I'm going to be correct or incorrect. I think that there's a lot of live dogs on this card here. But let's get in this first fight of the night. We got Ashley Yoder, and she's going to be taking on Emily Ducote. And Ashley Yoder, she's making a comeback to MMA. She took 2 years away from competition, and she's a mainstay in the UFC. I mean, she's been in the UFC since 2016. She hasn't had much success in terms of win-loss record. She's 3-7, but she's fought a lot of ranked fighters. She's been in close fights. She used to be in the top 15 at one point. She had split decision losses to Mackenzie Dern and Randa Marcos. So if she would have won those fights, she would have had 2 wins over 2 pretty good fighters that were ranked for a long time, and her record would have been even at 5-5. So it's not like she's been a terrible fighter in the UFC, but currently she's lost 2 in a row. She hasn't won since 2020. She's 35 years old, so she's coming towards the end too. And the reason for the layoff was due to injury and rehab, but I think she's also been able to train for a while at this point. She usually trains with Team Quest, which is a legendary old school gym, but for this camp, she went and trained with Angela Hill, Jenna Bishop, and others in San Diego, where they have a lot of good female fighters. And I did see she did the Spartan Super earlier this year, which is like an extremely hard obstacle race. So she has to be in pretty sick shape, and she's had 14 weeks to prepare for this fight. I think Ducote has as well. So both of them had a very long camp. So we'll see how it goes for Yoder in a return here. But Emily Ducote, she has to get back in the win column. She lost 2 fights in a row. She garnered a lot of momentum. She won the Invicta FC title. She beat Jessica Panay in her debut, but then she took on ranked fighters in Angela Hill and Lupita Godinez, and they proved to be too much for her. Now she's going to be back in a similar matchup that she had in her debut with a long grappler who is also an experienced UFC veteran. And Ducote, she brings the same style every fight. She's a low-volume striker. She has clean offense. She flawed defensively, but very sharp with her jabs or 1-2s. She has heavy low kicks. She'll mix the target of her punches. She'll go to the body, but she doesn't really offer much on the feet outside of that. She doesn't possess much power. She did chew up Jessica Panay's lead leg and hurt her that way in her UFC debut, but with Yoder being southpaw, I'm not sure that's going to be there for her in this fight. I don't know if the leg kicks are going to be such a factor unless Ducote can go southpaw and throw those leg kicks that way, but Ducote doesn't move her head, and she relies on her vision and ability to kind of pull and land the sharp counters. And that cost her, though, because against good fighters who have feints or explosive fighters that can close the gap quickly, she's very hittable, and she's tough. She'll bite down, but she lacks the firepower to win in exchanges against a lot of girls. And Ducote is a former, I believe, college wrestler, but definitely, if not college, a good high school wrestler, and she's a good anti-wrestler, and she also has a decent double leg. I think that she should be able to stuff the takedowns of Yoder, but if I'm Ashley Yoder, one of the places I'm looking to take this fight is in the clinch. I mean, against Angela Hill and Jessica Panay, Ducote had a lot of knees in the clinch, and Ducote will try that blast double, like I said, but I doubt she wrestles here. This fight, she's going to want to try to keep it on the outside and strike. And Ashley Yoder, long southpaw, she's awkward. She tends to run a lot, stay way on the outside. use her jab or double jabs and land the big left hand. And I think she has the power advantage, but her offense is just much slower, more sloppy. She could throw some sneaky head kicks. She throws those lead leg head kicks, front kicks, and she can be difficult to hit because of her height and her reach. And she has a great chin when she gets hit too, but sometimes she'll be a little off balance. She can kind of look hurt and it can look bad to the judges, but in this matchup, she just needs to let go and make it a dogfight if she wants to win. She's more durable, and I think she has the power and offense to do some good work, but it's just if she can overcome the skill level of Ducote with the activity that she brings. She doesn't have to worry about the low kicks as much unless Cody can go southpaw. Because in her fight with Jin Yu Frey, she did get her leg chopped down, but Jin Yu is a southpaw, so that's a different style. And the clinch is also a big area I would emphasize for this fight, and I think it's smart that she went over and started working with Angela Hill, with Jessica Panay, those coaches, because they've already game planned twice for Ducote. So they should definitely have a good game plan for Ashley Yoder here. And hopefully she's been emphasizing that clinch offense. I don't really see Yoder's wrestling being effective here, but that doesn't mean she shouldn't shoot a couple times to try to keep Ducote honest. And depending on how Yoder looks coming off the layoff, I think she has life, and the number is really wide, but it's hard to pick a 35-year-old coming off a layoff straight up. So I'm going to pick Ducote to win via decision. But to me, this is a dog or pass fight. And I see a lot of people put in Ducote in parlays. I see a lot of people say Ducote's a lock or one of the easiest picks of the night. But personally, man, I would warn you guys, stay away from this fight. Don't parlay her up. Don't put big bets on Ducote because I just don't trust her to throw a lot of volume. And Ashley Yoder's a dog. I mean, she's not going to, unless she's aged overnight, she's not going to just roll over in this fight. So I don't think it's the kind of far-fetched thing in the world to see Yoder win this fight. So for me, it's a dog or pass. But like I said, I'm going to pick Ducote to win the fight via decision.